Brooklyn Independent Television.
Champs is an eatery in Williamsburg that offers everything from vegan cookies and pastries to vegan buffalo chicken and vegan Philly cheesesteaks. They even have a vegan hot Cubano. How awesome is that? But you don't need to be a vegetarian to enjoy the fun. With this wonderful menu, even carnivores alike are singing their praises. Let's check it out. Hey, Diane.
My name is Brad Baker, and I own and run Champs. I make food and I bake a lot of stuff. The name Champs came from the idea of just kind of being a champion in everything that you do, and also as a reference to our first establishment, a place called Bone Shakers that was in a tire shop that was once called Champs, and it was named Champs because the guy that owned the tire shop was a Golden Gloves boxer.
Being that Champs is now a diner, we like to focus on the pies, of course, and my background is in mini pies. We also have the cupcakes, cookies, muffins, scones, pretty much anything you can imagine, even cake balls and cinnamon rolls on the weekends.
In a town like New York City, it's really easy to get vegan options, but I think Champs really sets itself apart by having like more of a quality selection and also a really good cup of espresso, and it's great.
Some of my favorite things on the menu would definitely have to include their baked goods. Their bear claw is amazing, their cinnamon rolls, and since they just expanded their menu, I had the bomber burger today and it was really great. I had some Chipotle vegan mayo on there. It's pretty good.
It's not overpriced. A lot of times you go to these vegan, vegetarian places and I think they're too cool for school, and they spend more on the outside than the inside, and the food here is just really, really good.
We base our baking menu on kind of like what's in season for as far as fruits go or vegetables. So we do a lot of like lighter, real fruity things in the spring, and then like heavier pumpkins and squashes in the fall and winter, so it's a little heartier. So we do like all of our muffins and scones and cookies all based on kind of like a seasonal application to like how an actual menu would be.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and I'm going to show you how to make strawberry apple pie. So first, we're going to go ahead and take this whole wheat flour and put it into your food processor. And next, we take a little bit of salt and add it to the flour mixture. Also, a little bit more of sugar. It's pretty simple to blend it. You just pulse it a little bit in the food processor. Making the dough will become the crust for the pie. After that's all mixed, then we take our vegan butter and shortening, and that has been chilled for a little bit, and we slowly add it to the mixture. And that's what helps make the crust really flaky and delicious. And then next you add the ice water, and this will help form the crust and get it ready to be chilled some more. So you wait until it rolls around, and then that's how you know you're done. From there, you're ready to wrap and chill. And then we flatten it into a nice disc. Then it goes into the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes to chill before we can make the pie. So now the dough has been resting for about 20 minutes and it's ready to roll out and make the pie filling. So let's get it out of the refrigerator. Now that that's chilled, we can go ahead and start with our fruits. And today with the apple strawberry, what you have to do is just, peel the apple. I like to use Granny Smith a lot. Finish up peeling here. And to make things easier, I like to use the apple core. It gets all the seeds out. Now, being that I'm making a mini pie, you want to have much smaller slices than you would a larger pie. So now, once you've chopped up all your apples, and we'll move on to strawberries, and slice them really small. So for the filling, you'll continue to put in items like sugar, different seasonings, lemon juice, and a few other ingredients that we'll just keep a secret for now. So next we're ready to roll out the dough, and we want to flour the surface. And you don't have to roll out the whole dough because we're dealing with mini pies. So that's part of what's different. You'll know that the dough is ready by the temperature. It's nice and chilled and cool and firm. And you'll want to roll this out to about a 1/4 inch or so. You can normally tell by just feeling the dough, if it's the right thickness that you need. And then what you can do is, I like to use a cutter because it has a nice jagged edge to it. Okay, so you just roll out your little cutter to make about 3.5 inch circles. So once you've rolled out and cut out your cutters, it's time to get the pan ready. So take your crust and you start placing it into the cupcake or muffin mold. And the key is you have to be very delicate with the crust, making sure there's no cracks or holes. And then you can take your filling and scoop it into your crust. Take your sugar and put a nice coating on top. And once you have them all set in the pan, they're ready to go into the oven. And you leave them in the oven for about 35-45 minutes. You'll know by the smell that they're done. So it's been about 35-40 minutes, and you can smell that the pie, aroma is in the air, and so we know it's about ready. So take it out of the oven, and you can see that it's nice and golden brown. And you set it on the cooling rack and let it cool for about 10-15 minutes, and then you can enjoy the nice warm pie that you've slaved over.
Vegan for 12 years. I grew up on a farm in Memphis, Tennessee, with farm animals for slaughter. Maybe coming from that, I just kind of gave up meat eating and slowly just went the route of being vegan.
Nowadays, I believe vegan goods are really hard to distinguish, well, if they're done well, from normal baked goods. The ingredients are just the same, and if you didn't tell anybody, they probably wouldn't be able to guess, especially our goods. Very rarely are people able to taste that they're vegan. There isn't much of a difference.
I think for a lot of people, the myth about the vegan eating and vegan lifestyle is just a lot of unseasoned granola weirdo stuff. Everything that we do is all very rich and hearty, and definitely, a lot of people come in and they're like, they don't even kind of realize what's going on in here, and then they get their food and they're really excited and they're like, oh, that was vegan? It's crazy.
Become a fan on Facebook, like Brooklyn Independent Television.